Okay, let's see here. Get our chat up, select our stream. All right, we are live. Yay, go us. All right, so give you a little idea where we are here. We're on, so, okay, so let's change trucks real quick. All right, so we've got the International here. I tried to reach this, there's a oil barrel down there, which I tried to reach with the crane that's on that truck, and it didn't go very well at all. So I had to send this truck back all the way to Smithville Dam garage, refit it with this crane, and then get it into this spot. And we're going to attempt to get that barrel up, but I need to move this truck. Oop. Need to move this truck back a little bit so that we can try to put it on this truck. I don't know how well that's going to work. Ooh, we got close. Let's see. It might work. We'll see. All right. Good evening, Mr. Bunny. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's fire this up. Get crane mode going, and we should hopefully be able to reach this little doohickey here. Okay, so we have got it. Let's see if we can start bringing this up. How's this thing going back here? Kind of worried about this. I'm doing okay. Had a few things I had to take care of before I got the stream up. And of course, I was messing around in here trying to get everything sorted. And let's just say it did not go to plan. Okay, just putting that out there. It did not go according to plan. I turned this truck over. I turned that truck over. I flipped my BM17. The only one that didn't flip was that one over there. There's that cat sitting over there with a flatbed on it. I didn't flip it over, but that's because I didn't use it. So yeah, I probably would have flipped it over as well if I had used it. I don't know. I'm in my rollover phase today, I guess. But so we can get a eyeball on this. Drop that down on there. Now we'll restore the crane. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Restore crane. Yes, that's what we want to do. Now it is sit there. Let me stop the engine on that one. Change trucks to the International. Let's take the cargo because we do not want to lose that. Not after everything I've been through today with this stupid thing. Okay, we'll change trucks again. Back to the White Western Star. Okay. Now is this, yep, everything's up. Let's get our four-wheel drive going. Yeah, this crane, I don't care what anybody says, this crane on this truck, she's a little lopsided. She just I don't know, but it's part of a task that we have to do. We have to get the oil barrels and take them to the lighthouse keeper. Because I actually drove around in the international looking for a way. Thanks, Damien. Appreciate it, brother. Um, yeah, I've been flipping trucks over basically all freaking afternoon, just trying to get that one oil barrel from down there at the bottom of the cliff. It's just insane. Um, but yeah, I went down there. I took the HX, the International, down to have a look and see if I could drive around to pick it up instead of trying to crane it up from the cliffs. And I don't have a submarine. And basically, it felt like I would require a submarine to get down there to it. So that's why I shipped this Western Star back to the garage in Smithville Dam and then brought it back um, with the big crane on it, just to see if I could do it without having to attempt some shenanigans. But this worked well. I'm happy about that. I do have another oil barrel I have to go pick up. It's, as you can see, it's right here. I think I can get to that without having to use this crane. Because there is a way down over here somewhere. Wait, where is this at? You know what? We might just grab this with the crane here and load it on the truck when it comes around. I think that's a brilliant idea. If we can set this up right without falling off of the side of it, ooh, that would be bad. Okay, let's put our parking brake on. Let's go into crane mode. Let's see if we can pop those out. Yeah, it does connect. Cool, cool, cool. Now, let's see if we can get this. That lowers. Doesn't lower enough. Yeah, okay. Oof. Okay. I think we will safely drag this back to us. Hopefully. Lift it up, lift it. There you go. Lift her up. Just gonna slide this around this way. I really do not want to wind up. Let's see. So if I bring that truck around, which room do I have beneath those? Well, that's gonna get the camera angle looking silly. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll drop that right there. Then we will turn that off, stop the engine, go back to our international, and let's see if we can get this out of here without getting stuck or whatever. I don't really... There's something right there. Now remember, this doesn't have a raised suspension. So that creates a little bit of a problem. Do not fall off this cliff. I do not want to have to... Okay. Now let's go down low. Because the last thing I need... this doesn't have a very great turning radius on it, but it's a pretty decent truck. Like it's doing its work pretty good. Well, I don't know about Brave, but you know they want us to do this, so it's getting done. Trying to do it without rolling anything over anymore because I've sort of had enough rollovers today. Yeah, me and the International, like I said, it's a pretty decent truck. It doesn't have a raised suspension, but it does pretty good for not having a raised suspension. If you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm pretty happy with it actually. Now I'm not going to say it's the best truck in the game, but it does function quite well. And especially like I used it. We're on Drummond Island now. If you recall correctly, last game we were actually on Island Lake. Between the Cat, this International here, the Western Star, we got all of the tasks and contracts in Island Lake done. So it actually performed pretty well in that environment, which was mostly flat. I mean, it did have some deep mud holes, but it still wound up doing quite well. So I was impressed by that, and it's functioning pretty well here as well. Pretty well here as well. Yeah, words. It's functioning quite nicely. So here we go. Let's move back a little bit. And we'll put that there. We will stop the engine, change the trucks. We should still be attached to that. Yes. Okay, let's start the engine. Go back into crane mode. Let's lift this up. Oh. I was like, why is that not lifting? You kind of have to attach to it first, huh? Let's see here. I don't know if I'll catch on those wires or not. I'm gonna have to lift it up a bit just to get it to go on that trailer or the back end of that truck. Okay. Now let's move it over. There we go. Functioning. I mean, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's kind of scary. I do have that on. Yeah, we're a little bit too far over there, but we have the parking brake on and a rod that's keeping us from going anywhere, right? Let's see. We do have the motor on, so yeah, let's not. Yep, 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 yep. Let's just move this right on this way. And we'll park it off on the side here. We'll come back and get this when and if we need it. We're just going to park it right here because I don't think there's anything we need to go and get in there. No, I don't think so. All right, change the truck. Go back to the International. And this is not a bad looking truck. I kind of like the way it's set up. Like the way it looks. Okay, let's unpack and repack the cargo. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So even though it's not raised, it's not raised. If you look at them side by side, like if you look at the difference between the two trucks, fix that. They aren't like. It's not that like they're not. They're not that different, even in stock form. The International still has about the same clearance except for obviously the tank, the fuel tank, and the step over here. The fuel tanks on the Western Star. Well, the cab's higher on the Western Star, so yeah. But they both look to have about the same clearance. If you look at them, they both seem to have about the same suspension clearance and stuff. The roof is taller, yes. In the newer Internationals, let me grab my little marker here. The older trucks, like the Western Star, had the cab. The cab was like shorter. Like it didn't have the head space of the newer trucks. This is a newer International. And the newer Internationals came with a higher clearance inside the cab because they realized that some people who drove these trucks were actually higher. Like, they were taller than 5'8". Anyway, so there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of the tank and this step on this side are lower than the tanks on the Western Star, but other than that, they seem to be about the same. So it, like I said, it does pretty good. It does pretty good. Not complaining about this Western Star at all. I mean, sorry, not complaining about this International at all. There are certain spots that it does lack a little bit in some regards, but that's mainly clearance from the tank and the steps and all that stuff. So, pretty decent truck. Yes, I can and have. The newer Internationals are actually pretty, like even the older ones, I say the newer. You got to remember that white Western Star is like, I think it was a 1970-ish Western Star. This is more along the lines of about a 2006 or so International. So you got a little bit of a difference. The ones made back in the 70s were definitely shorter roofed. Yeah. I've had my head banged against the roof on a few of the older trucks more than one time. Just saying. Now, I'll be honest with you. A lot of the day cabs that I've driven were not really set up for people that were tall. Internationals had a bit more legroom in them and height, headroom. What else? What else was it? Kenworths. The newer Kenworths had a bit more to them. The Peterbilt 579s, not the 379s or 389s or whatever they're called. The 379s have always been a little... Let me rephrase that. Up until about 2003, I think it was, the Peterbilt 379s always had a little bit too much. Stop for a second. Where am I going? Yes, I'm going up here to Cousin Cletus's. They were a lower roof on them, and I think it was in 2002 or 2003 they actually lifted the roof of those Peterbilts, which gave a lot more headroom. Still didn't have a lot of room side to side. Like in the Peterbilt 379, I could literally reach my arm over and open the door on the passenger side. That's sort of how tight the cab was in some of the older ones. Let's see, I think this is the cargo management I need to do. Yep, there we go. Now, A special cargo. God. Oops. Now, I built this International specifically for those oil barrels and this special cargo. Now, the special cargoes, there's 3 of them on this map. Let me bring this up for a second. Stop the engine. There's 3 of them on this map. There's one up here. There is one over here. And there's one here. Now, I don't know exactly what these look like, but we're about to go find out. Wait. I could swear I've driven down through these woods before. Haven't I? Okay, we're not going to do that today. Mainly because I can't remember where I went through the woods at. So, yeah. And that's rock, so we're definitely not going to try that on for size. We don't have the suspension for that. But like I said, this one does pretty good for what it is. Like, without the raised, without the higher profile tires and stuff, it does pretty good. So, it's an adequate, usually I do. I have a bad habit of that. But I can't remember on this map. I know on this map I've driven through the woods. I think I did it with a Scout though, not a big truck. So, yeah, we're just gonna play with we're just gonna go to the road. And I have found that if you drive through that mess right there, it slows you down a lot. So I've gotten into the habit of just going around it. Same with this. If you drive through the middle of that area right there, it's going to slow you down. Just be careful going over that because it will get you stuck. Let's see. We got 64 gallons in the tank. I think we should be fine. This always bogs me down a little bit here. And this area here, I always go to the outside because that inside there is a pain. Even the outside can be a little bit of a pain, but you know, it is what it is. I do have a Scout over here. I have a CK-1500 that I did some stuff with, and there is the special cargo. Okay, so what I'm going to do, what I think I'm going to do, let me rephrase that. There's no flat spot to lift this on. Let's see here. We might be able to get it on there. Well, stop. Thank you. Why are you still going backwards? Go forward. Thank you. Now, stop. Okay. Let's activate the crane. Let's activate that mode right there. See if we can get this on the trailer or on our little doohickey thing here. Alright, will you lift up? Yes, you will. Pull it up a little bit more and then ease it down. Wrong way. Alright, let's do that. Restore the crane. Pack the cargo. Yeah, I really didn't want it to go into the water. Alright, we look like we're pretty good here. Wait, no, let's activate that again. See if we can get out of here with this. Okay, let's drop it into that gear. Diff lock it. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a pain in the butt to come out of here with. See, it's getting caught up on that. If you can see what I'm talking about, like if we get in close, it's getting caught up on that step. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach over here and see if we can't drag that with us a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. There you go. Keep going. So that's the thing about the International, is that it does have some issues as far as the height of the step and the tank. But for the most part, it handles pretty dang good. Yeah, muddy stuff. But now we have to go and deliver this back over. I think we have to go back to the log station, somewhere near there. Yeah, I'm learning the International a little bit better, and it's pretty predictable on like where it's going to get stuck and why. But that's one of the reasons I kind of selected that particular spot to go down, was because I had 2 telephone poles to help winch out. Good evening, Mr. Andrew. How are you doing today, good sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good start to your weekend. We are playing around on Drummond Island, doing our task and contracts here. Just got finished with the oil barrels. That was fun, mostly. Wait, isn't there a... Wait. No, I don't think there is. Sorry. I thought there was a cutoff somewhere. I think that's on another one of the maps. Oh yeah, let's splash through there, sure. Yeah, didn't need no shocks, didn't need the tires. It's fine. But yeah, it pulls pretty good. It doesn't have a top, like it doesn't have the top engine in it. Mainly because I haven't found it yet over in Alaska. So we will probably attempt to go to Alaska after we get finished up here and locate some of the stuff we've missed. Oops. So yeah, I do believe this is at the... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on, you can... There you go, big boy. That's what I'm talking about. It's got a weird swing to it on this one as well. And this was the spot that I dropped the BM-17 off at. Right down here. Somehow, I just pointed out, right in between those rocks and the bridge is where I went off the road. And that was a pain. I'm just going to put it to you right just like that. It was a pain. I finally got it up right, finally got it moved around, but there's so many trees and so many rocks and stuff around that area that there was no way I could get it out, so I actually had to recover it back to my garage in Smithville. So the BM-17 isn't over here right now. I do have a service trailer around here somewhere, and I've got 2 fuel tankers along with a gas station. So, yeah. Don't want to hit that stump. I had to bring some drilling equipment over here from Island Lake, and I wound up hitting that stump going up that hill over there. And it was just ridiculous how long it took me to get that truck off there. It was annoying, Miss Dusman. I am not even gonna lie about that. I had the cat down in there. I had this truck down in there. I had the WS, the Western Star down in there. I had just about every truck I got over there, trying to get it out, trying to figure out ways to get it up. Because, like I said, there's rocks all around the area. So if you drop off on that side, you've got some really nasty hills and a lot of different, like, bigger trees. And that's that stump. I keep getting caught on that stump for some reason. I'll give you an idea of what I was talking about here in just a second. I am not going to dive off with this truck into that spot though, because I couldn't get it out. Even if it stayed upright, I couldn't get it out. Like, I literally tried, but let's see if I can get a general look at it. Okay, so see right there. Let me put this on. Well, I even tried using the crane because the truck, I got it upright. I had the truck, like the BM17, I had it upright right here. And I tried to pull it up the rocks and over, and that didn't work. So then I went over here and went up this slope. I actually managed to get up this slope in between these trees here, but there was no way to actually get through here and around and dive back down here because there's just too many trees there. I couldn't get the angle to drive through them. So then I tried backing back down and I tried to come up this way, and that didn't work. And I pulled my I'll show you in just a sec. I pulled my my Western Star over here to try to help get it up that hill. And let me just show you what's on the opposite side of that hill. If you look down right in front of this International, that's what's in front of that hill. Trees, rocks. That's what I would have to go through, is all this. And there was just no way I could get through there because the BM17 is not a small truck. And with this over here, so eventually I flipped it again right here, and I finally said, you know what? I'm done. It's going to be recovered. I'm done. That's what I did. I recovered it back to the garage in Smithville Dam. And I said to myself, I have a service trailer over here. I have fuel tanks over here. I have a fuel station over here. If necessary, I mean, like if something breaks on one of these trucks, I have a service trailer. I can go fix it. If I need fuel, I literally have, let me just go out a little bit here. If I need fuel, I have a fuel tanker sitting at the log station. I have a fuel tanker sitting up here on this road. I have the service trailer sitting up here. And I have a fuel station right there. So I was like, it'll be fine. We'll do it this way. And that's what we did. I think I'm going to move it to morning again. Because this is a bit of a pain. And then we got to go find this other special cargo. See what it's all about. I have not gone to look at the special cargoes and see where they're sitting. I'm just going by the map, so this is you're seeing it for the first time with me as I'm finding them, basically. So where is this special cargo? It's down in there. Of course it would. What idiot put that down in there? Holy dooly. They shouldn't be allowed in the logistics industry ever again. Ever. Okay. Oh, that's a little deep right there. Sure. All right. So we can get out this side. It looks like yes, we can. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see here. Crane move. Let's pop those out. Grab a hold of that. Lift her up. Come on. Bring her on. There you go. All right. Just drop her back down on there. That looks about right. Pack the cargo, restore the crane, yes, crane. No, yes, no, maybe, yes, yep, come on, girl. I got faith in you, that's it. Drag this bad boy out of here. No idea how much this thing weighs, wouldn't have a clue. There is a way through here, I think. But we're not going to hit the rocks. Let's not hit rocks. No, not the rocks. Let's not. Oh, engine again. Sure. That's it, girl. That's what I'm talking. Whoop, nope, that didn't work. Come on, there you go. Don't hit the. Okay. Bumpity bump. That's it. A little bit back. There you go. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Let's get out of here. And then we got one more special cargo that we gotta go pick up. Now, the fuel tanker that's over yonder somewhere, I actually found, oh, ouchies. I actually found here, that fuel tanker was sitting here and I moved it. Ruby. I'm probably going to wind up I don't know. I might not change the color of her. She looks pretty good in red and black. I'm not going to lie. She looks pretty good. I might tinker with it a little bit. We'll see. I wanted to bring it out and just kind of have a look-see and do some testing on this vehicle since it is a free DLC vehicle. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that it doesn't have anything but the stock suspension. On the other side of the coin, it performs quite well for just having a stock suspension, so I'm not complaining. The cat is also performing quite well. I've been using the cat mostly for pulling flatbeds. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna name this one just yet. I really have to think on that. It's really dependent on whether I keep this color scheme or not. And we're gonna miss that stump because I hate hitting that stump. And she's fairly stable too, so can't complain about that. I don't have any log trailers over here, so I hope I don't have to do logs on this map. I already did logs on this map, so I shouldn't have to do more, right? Alright, now I gotta go get this other one. How are we gonna get down there? Where's that? Oh, it's in a really nifty spot, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. So there's the rocks. Where is this going to be located? It's, yeah, they don't need that sign there. Sign. Who needs a sign? Jeez. Nobody out here but me. I think we can get down in here and back out again. I'm a little worried about... okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Oh, I do have it in that high gear. Oopsies. Alright, let's see if we can get this one. Come on, lift. Yep, yep, that's it. Lift her up. Come on. It's a pretty stable platform for, like, usually when I'm doing this with the Western Star, it kind of rocks around and stuff. But on here, this is pretty stable. I've done this, not necessarily, well, I have taken some containers before on the Western Star, and they kind of rocked it around a little bit. So I don't know, maybe having that stock suspension on there is actually a good thing, because it doesn't, let's do that, let's do that. Yeah, it's I don't know. Okay, so those were easier than I thought they would be to get hold of. Better find some wood and knock on that, because I don't know. Usually, yes, Miss Dust Bunny. The lower the center of gravity, the more stable you'll find them to be. I wish I had some wider tires that I could put on the truck, and that would help a little bit more with stability. But these are the best ones I could get for this truck. So yeah, I don't know. All right, lost deliveries done. What have we got next? Let's see. So we don't have anything left on this map. It doesn't look like. Let's look at Dyson. What is this? That's Smithville Dam. It does. I do have some on here. Super order. I've got to do out with the old, which is the Dyson diesel one. What this? I do kind of want to go, but I kind of want to see what else I've got left here. And I need to pack all my trucks and ship them back over to, I guess, back over to Smithville Dam, because, yeah, I'm not doing that, because this is where the next one is required. I need to deliver a construction semi-trailer. Really? Okay, well, I guess I know what the cat's going to be doing, because the cat's sitting right there beside the construction rig semi-trailer. And I got to deliver 2 metal beams and an oil drill rig drill to Smithfield Dam. I don't think... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recover this back. And I'm going to recover back the Western Star. Yes, I do want to go. I do. I want to move this. I want to retain that. How many trucks do I have in here? I got room for 2 more trucks? No, 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 no. Okay, we're gonna retain that one. I think we'll keep that one out for the time being, and we'll retain that one. And then we'll go to the global map, back to Drummond Island. We will find our Western Star. We still need to get your P16, don't we, Miss Dust Bunny? We'll recover this one back. Okay. And then back to the global map. And then we got the Caterpillar and the CK-1500. The CK-1500 is currently hooked up to a large service scout trailer. Okay. After we're done, I'll see if I've got some time. Or after I'm done streaming, I'll see if I've got some time. We might go ahead and pop into one with you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave the service trailer here. Just in case we have to come back here, I'm going to leave the service trailer and that fuel tanker and this fuel tanker down here. I might leave the CK over here as well, just in case. And then that means we've got to grab this. I don't think I have a high settle on this. So that means I'm going to have to recover the cat. Yeah, I don't, no, that's not a high settle, that's a low settle. I need a high settle for that. Which technically I could bring the P16 over and grab that with the P16. Okay, so I'm going to take this. We're going to drive it back to Smithville Dam. Well, technically, I'm going to drive it back to... I thought there was something else that we had to do on this particular map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this trailer off. I don't see why we couldn't have like a garage right here. Even a small one would be nice. This thing takes 10 miles to like make a turn. Still a good truck. Pretty good truck. I got to change the colors on it too, because I'm not liking that color. Although it does remind me of a Bobcat. The color of it reminds me of the Bobcat. Bobcats. What am I trying to say? The Bobcat. The Bobcat skid steer. Thank you. Holy dooly. Motor sounds pretty good in it too. You can see it's got a little bumped up. Yeah, it's got a little banged up. Alright, so let's recover this truck. Alright, so we've got all of our trucks that we're going to need recovered from there. We got room for one more, I think. Yep, we got an opening there and we got an opening there. So I'm going to go into the truck storage. I'm going to grab the P16. And then we're going to customize that and we're going to toss the high settle back on it. And that will get us our doohickey. Okay. So we need this and we need that. And we need to activate that. So I need to go construction rig semi-trailer. So it's telling me I can go to Drummond Island or Black River? Really? Huh? Hang on a minute. Let me look at it. What is it telling me I need to go here for? There's nothing here, is there? So why is it flashing here? So the construction rig semi-trailer is actually in. Okay, so let's go to global map. Let's go to Island Lake. So it's definitely at Drummond Island. Well, I can tell you now, I'm in Smithfield. I'm not going to drive. Excuse me. I'm not going to drive from there all the way over to here. I guess I could, but then am I going to? So here's a question. Okay. Do I take the P16, run it over here, and go to Island Lake, go across Island Lake from here to there, up and through here to Drummond Island, and then come back the same way? Because if we look at Smithville Dam, I have got to go here with this. I've got to go here. But it could be possible for me to take that down here and across here. Let me customize on this a minute. I still haven't got the wedge cap. I have 1,570. I gotta reach level 19 to get that freaking wedge cap. Dang it. Because I'm scared to take it across. Scared to take it across here without a wedge cap. I don't know how deep it is through here. I know we could make it across there. I just don't know if we could make it through here. I guess there's one way to find out. I could literally take the P16, drive over here, drive across that. I know I can make it across there with the P16, and then test this. Then go to Drummond Island because it's right there. And then when I come back through and come back down here, try to go across there and come back here. That cuts out a lot of extra playing around. Okay. I guess we'll test that theory. I mean, I'd probably be better off with the Western Star. See, but the problem is I don't have the biggest one. I don't have the biggest engine for the Western Star. Like the Cat. The Cat, I've got this motor, which is supposedly the better motor of them all. So it pulls pretty good. This one, I don't have, like, this is supposedly the better motor. One of these two. Of course, it uses more fuel. Good evening, Mr. Hodge. How you doing? So don't know. I mean, those are in Alaska. We'd have to explore Alaska to see about that. Okay, we are going to go test theories. And we're going to see if we dunk this in the water or not. Let's find out. I mean, since I'm just going across, I can always, like, recover if I have to and test the, test the Western Star, I guess. Mr. Hodge, how are you doing tonight? Have you got a good start to your weekend, sir? Well, no, I wasn't supposed to use a rock. That's what I get for looking at freaking chat. So probably should have, like, I don't know. Really? He slows down that much? Okay, no. Not really in the mood to do that right now. We do have fuel locations. I don't know, the air filter's pretty good. Pretty high up. Now I should be looking on the right. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Need that tree, knock it down. I think we should be going on the left. There we go. Come on, get through the rocks. You can do it. No, okay, guess not. Get a winch. Winch, winch. There you go. Keep winching. Keep going. That's it. You can do it. Boy, this thing hates rocks. Okay, let's make sure we're not going to fall off of this. That would be bad. Keep going, keep going. Yep, we only need 4 tires on there, that's fine. That sounds pretty good there, Mr. Hodge. I have about 12 acres. So most of that is pasture. So yeah, I get to play on the tractor when it's not raining, which it has basically rained every single afternoon, every day this week. So, yeah. Do you live on a boat? Because, I don't know, that sounds kind of cool. You lived on a boat. That'd be kind of cool. No property tax. Wow, that'd be great. Okay, just, yep, keep going. There you go. She's slow, but she's getting there. Slowly. I forgot, we got metal beams here too. Metal beams, yay. I also have metal beams in Island Lake. I got 2 metal beams over there, but I think there's a spot that you can pick up metal beams somewhere around here, I think. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't have, like, she's not all-wheel drive, but she does pretty good. Okay. Alright, so we can make it across this fairly certain. Well, we don't slip off of a rock. Keep going, baby. That's it. Keep going. A little bit of water ain't gonna bother you. That's it. There you go. Watch yourself toward where the... Yep, there you go. A little bit more to the right. There you go. Alright. Oh, she's about to go swimming. She's about to go swimming. You know, the main, you know, I've always, like, I've made good money being a truck driver and all that stuff, but money ain't everything. I'll tell anybody that. I mean, it helps pay the bills, but money ain't everything. Living life the way you feel like it, that's what it's all about. Living on your terms, not everybody. Oh, she's not happy about that. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to... Keep going. There you go. Now, which way does this run? Alright, we can't go that way. So we just space that out a little bit. Getting a trailer through here would be expensive. It'd be very difficult, I think. Come on, you can do it, girl. That's it. Okay. Alright. Go that way. That way. Where are we going to dive off of this at? I think we're going to have to dive off over here somewhere. Guess we got to find out. Splash Dam. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Water's interfering with the signal. Alright. Well, we made it across there. The big question that I have in my mind at this moment is Can I take a trailer across there? That's what I'm wondering, is can I take a trailer across there? Because that's what I'm going to have to do. What is the actual, what? Okay. Well, there's one way to find out. Try to take the trailer across there. I can see this not ending well. I really can. See this not ending well at all. Yeah. And this truck really doesn't, stop that. This truck really doesn't like rocks. And it seems like there's rocks in this mud. Is it mud? I don't know. I don't really know what this is. I mean, there's rocks on the trail, but I have no idea. Come on, get across the rocks. You can do it. So one bad thing about this truck, rocks really are its downfall. Even little baby rocks are its downfall. It just, yeah. I can't really... grab anything just yet. I think I might finally... No attachment points. There we go, finally. Alright. Yeah, this truck really doesn't like this. Probably wouldn't mind it too much if it was just soft soil, but with the rocks thrown in, it's like, nah, I don't feel like it. I don't like this. If I had a bigger, what are you getting caught on, dude? Come on. If I had a bigger air filter, like a wedge cap for the air filter on the cat, I'd probably drag it over here. See if we couldn't use it. Let's see. I'm almost Drummond Island now, so yeah. I mean, I've taken this thing on Black River. I took it through the river with that construction rig semi-trailer. It didn't even, I mean, it slowed down, but it didn't really bother it. So, but there were no rocks in the river at that location where I went across at. So, yeah. Okay, so I need to get to my fuel trailer first of all. Because we've already used 40 gallons just making that little passage. I do still have my Scout over here. Yeah. Do have my Scout over here. And it does have a Scout trailer on it as well. So that should work, I think. Yeah. Pretty sad I gotta come all the way up. Well, I guess it does make sense though, because that's the port. So of course they would ship things to the port. So yeah, that makes sense. Now, let's stick to the left. And then this is a high saddle trailer. Do I need a high saddle for this trailer over here? I think no, I think this is a normal one. Yeah. Alright, let's grab some fuel from this bad boy. Alright, refuel. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and back up onto this service trailer. Stop. Thank you. Okay, let's attach trailer. Let's repair. Repair everything. Detach. Okay, cool. Yep, I've hauled several different things over the OTR. I've done logging, drove skidders, bulldozers, blah blah blah. It's a southern thing, I guess. When you start truck driving, you kind of get involved in all that nifty stuff. And then I found out I could make more money driving over the road, hauling big equipment, and yeah, I was like, you know what, that makes sense. Let's go do that. Heavy haul is the best. I love doing heavy haul, as far as I'm concerned. Pays well, and normally you don't have to get into tricky docks or any of that stuff. You're normally delivering on a construction site, or I mean, sometimes you're actually delivering to dealerships. You know, when you're hauling a combine or tractors or whatever, but yeah. And there were sometimes when you were hauling things like big freaking motors for wind turbines and stuff, you just had to take it out to site to the site, which was kind of cool. You take a motor out, and then they reload you with the broken / used motor or whatever, and there were certain facilities that you had to take that particular motor to because of the way they were designed and other things that they didn't tell us anything about. But we had to take those to certain facilities so that they could break them down and do what they were going to do with them. Most of the time they were stripping them, and I guess seeing what they could, like what parts were reusable, what parts weren't. But it was all pretty cool. Pretty cool. Of course, didn't have much time at home, but it was still kind of cool. All right. Don't hit the barriers. That would be not cool. We did drop a trailer off, right? Yes, we did drop that trailer off. And we have to pick up this big mongrel. Excellent. All right. Hey, Mr. Steele, how you doing, brother? I am doing pretty well. Had a few things that we had to do today. I've been having great fun rolling over in this game. I haven't done it on stream, but, well, you know, getting prepped for the night. I was doing the Island Lake stuff. And that attachment just still drives me insane. Okay, here we go. Let's stop the engine. We'll kill the lights. We're going to make this daylight. How did I get in here? Oh, yeah. Never mind. I know. Well, this is going to be fun. Love that horn. Get out the way. Let's see. I guess we will go this way. Try not to hit the light pole. We'll just slide that right along there. Yep, sounds like a plan. Yep, yep. Yes, ma'am. That's the general idea. Otherwise, it's going to be a royal pain in the butt. Don't hit. Yep, don't hit. There we go. Don't hit that. It's not crazy. It's science. I want to see if it can be done. I need to test the theory. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't broke anything yet, to be honest. Wait. Did I? No, I just didn't get that swing. Didn't get that swing. There we go. There we go. There you go. I wonder if we can fit back over the bridge. I didn't think about that. We about to find out. You know, for somebody that decided to put the port over here, they really didn't give consideration to wide loads when they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, that's not really anything surprising. So, you know, why would it surprise me in the game when they didn't think about it in real life? Anyway. Oh, yeah. Got to test it for science. All right. So, is this going to be wide enough to fit across? Or, well, is it going... I don't know. This should prove very, very interesting. It looks like maybe. Come on, you can do this. Come on, you got this. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I mean, they didn't need the lights on that anyway. Well, I love the fact that they have these lights hanging off the side of it, which I really have no idea why they did that. Because it's kind of silly if you ask me, but... Oh, no, we're not going across any skinny wooden bridges. Nope, nope, nope. I mean, I'll be surprised if this thing can fit around this corner, to be quite honest with you, because I am literally, if you look at the front, I'm literally right on the guardrail. And barely fitting around the corner. So, see, and I just, yep, I'm going to have to hit the service trailer again. because, well, I got a front flat tire now because of trying to make this thing fit. Man. Now, if I could plow down trees with this, it would be great because I'd just go right through the woods. So disappointing. They didn't let me plow trees with this. It does look like a lazy boy, doesn't it? I mean, I think they were going for like some type of a generator type of thing, but yeah, I think it looks like a lazy boy as well. I guess it's so that, when you get stuck in a curve or whatever, you can say, you know what? We're just going to take a break, wait for the tow truck to get here. And, we'll just go up there and sit on a lazy boy. Alright, gotta go fix the tire. Or 3. I'm not sure. I think there's at least one tire flat up here at the front. Suspension half gone. Motors, yeah, Yeah, it's fine. Perfectly fine. This is why we have a service trailer. Repair. Oh no, it was just one time. Okay. I mean, that's completely fair. Back up a little bit more. There we go. Detach. Oh yeah, definitely. Nothing unusual there. I mean, the good thing is that I didn't need the higher air filters on this. At least I don't think I did. So, no fuel on the repair trailer. No, there's no fuel on the repair trailer, but I have a fuel trailer right over here. That's why I've got the service trailer and the fuel trailer so close together. So now I got 80 gallons to get this trailer from here to the drill site. I always bring my service truck out if I need to. Alright. Mad skills on the whole backing up and attaching thing. That attachment is just always so violent. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yep, makes sense to me. Well, we made the turn up. We're not going to make that one. Okay. Well, this thing's got some serious swing. Yeah, we can run over these trees. Those trees are fine. We have another bridge to go across. That should be fun. How did I go into auto reverse? I'm not sure how that worked. Okay. Can we get into the higher gears so that we can use less fuel, please? Well, again, I think this trailer is something that they just dreamed of because I have never seen this go to an oil rig like this. I've never seen something of this type going to an oil rig, land or any otherwise. And look at the light thingies just getting clipped by the, by the bridge. It's fine. I literally have no idea what it's supposed to be. I think it's just, like I said, I think it's just something they threw together and they were like, that looks like something that will go to an oil field. Doesn't look like anything I've seen going to an oil field, but okay. It's maybe they have different things in Russia. I don't know. I like those, Mr. Steele, but um, unfortunately, I'm using what was on the map. So the um, the fuel trader that I have over there was on the map. The service trader that's over there was on the map. I have another fuel trader that I brought from Island Lake over here, and that's over by the logging station. So I basically used all the traders that were already on the map to do this with. All right. Well, here comes the fun part, guys. This should be interesting. I may dump it off in the water, but you know what? We'll find out. I don't need scenic stuff. I have 73. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go left here if I remember correctly. You just double check that before I do something silly. Okay, so we have to go down this road, through here, somehow get on that side of the rocks, and then try to traverse there and over to there. Well, yeah, 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 sure. Yep, not a problem. No worries. I have lost my mind. I agree that it sort of looks like that, Mr. Steele. The problem is that when you actually take it over there and you put it down, it doesn't provide that. Like, I was thinking it might be a mud room or something along those lines, but no, it doesn't add up when you look to see what it actually did, whatever. I've done one of them on the Black River map, and like I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, where did all that go? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where is it? Um, it's not like the unit's actually in the drill part of it, because I looked for it. Like, where'd it go? I mean, unless they just bolted all this together and then they said, you know what? We're just going to pull it all apart. I will say she does pretty good, Mr. Steele, although there are occasions where she kind of gets lost. She's not good with GPS. Just putting that out there. Am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going this way. And then I have to figure out how to get this. Don't hit the rock. Can I go that way? I don't think I can. Don't hit the tree. We need to get around that tree. Don't hit the rocks. Okay. So we somehow have to get on the left-hand side of these rocks. And I don't want to flip this over. So, let me look. There are, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Well, we're about to find out here, I think. So, let's see. Can you knock that tree down? No. What good are you, P16, if you can't even knock that little tree down? Bro, what is up with that? Okay. So, you're going to need to go... We'll need to make a really wide swing. Just going to put a... What's the word I'm looking for? Public service announcement out. do not try this at home, kiddos, because if you try this at home, it is probably not going to work out well for you. Just putting it out there, guys. I'm not even sure if I tried to do this in real life, if it would be like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're actually on the rock. Okay, that's good. That's good. Don't, let's see. Hang on a minute. I need to get a better, nope, not there. All right, I need to back up a little bit. I need to swing it this way. All right. Let's see if we can, no, that's not good. It's not good. Where are we at down there? Is it on the rock? I think it's on the rock. Let's back up. We need to do that. Alright, let's see here. So... okay, back that way. Oh, you're very unhappy back there, aren't you? Okay, okay. Let's see. And it doesn't want to do that. I think we've got it caught between. I don't have any attached points. Let's see here. Let me look. Let me look. You know, with the amount of water that's flowing through there, it should actually push that trailer. It's a bit rude. Come on. Let's see if we can do that, that, that. Well, the problem is I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think it's getting hung up right up under there. So I'm gonna have to go and grab something to try to pull. Yeah. Okay. Let's turn the motor off. Nope. Turn the motor off. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. The water coming through here is not pushing too hard. And that's going to have to push it over the rock to make that go anywhere. So let's go to our garage. Let's see here. We need something with some weight. I don't think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll remember exactly where we parked. I don't think that will actually lift that trailer. But if we go here, and then we go here. Okay, I think that might work. Yeah, the big can't articulate it. I'm not sure about that one. It might. Let me put the service body on it and take it over there and see if that will actually help pull it. Basically, what I need is a freaking what I need is a Um, yeah, that was a, wait, what was that maintenance frame add-on? That's got fuel. Yes, that's what we want. Okay. Let me do a quick look at the tires on this. What have I got on here? I've got those. Off-road and mud is excellent. Hey, Thin, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you popping in. Have a good night at work. Be safe, brother. Okay, so I think these are the ones, or is it these that are the ones that come on it? So like off-road, on-road, I've got those. Okay, I think we'll use that. Okay then. Do not push or pull. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Anyway. Do not push or pull. That's exactly what we're about to go do too. You stay safe tonight, Mr. Thin. Appreciate you popping in as always. Let's try not to hit anything. Well, yeah, we'll probably hit something going out there. If I can get on the... Yeah, it's a shame that the P16 hasn't got any more add-ons than it has. And right now, the, what is it? The P16 log trailer is having some, how do I put this nicely? Issues. Yeah, issues. It's having some issues. It's possessed, basically. But like, I also kind of find it funny is that this thing is like, yeah, it's possessed issues. This thing is pretty freaking good, but I'm not going to be able to fit it through those rocks. I know that. Might not even be able to fit it through this location here. Now, I ran over that tree. I specifically know I ran over this tree because I aimed at it and I hit it and I ran over it. I'm about to hit, nope, okay, nope, yep, okay, sure, nope, cool. Missed that one too. It is, Mr. Steele. That ain't even a lie. That thing is possessed, brother. It's driven me insane trying to. Like I picked it up. I wanted to go do a load of long logs the other day. And wait, let me look at this. Is there a way for me to get through there? I don't know. Can I get through here? You gonna let me through? No, no, no. Yeah, maybe. No. Put it in low and do that. You gonna let me through now? Oh, there is a way through there, sort of. Oh, we gotta go across the... We're not going across the bridges. Nope, nope, not going across the bridges, because I'll fall off those. That's not gonna happen. Yep, nope, we'll go around. We'll just, yep, yep. Yeah, I think we can fit through here. The articulation... Is it gonna work for me? Yes, look at that. That is so nice. That is so nice when it does that. Articulation coming in handy for once instead of being a pain in the butt. Alright. We got around that nifty stuff. I'll probably get hung up on this limb. No, no, not quite. Yep, cool, 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 cool. No, that, yeah, we don't do scenic routes on this one. Alright, that's not completely on the occasion I do the whole scenic route thing because I'm not gonna lie, some of the views in this game are absolutely outstanding. Like they really are gorgeous. Why are you what yeah. Now, can we nope. Yep, okay, come on. Can we go now? Yep, nope. Yep, nope. Yep, nope. Okay. Get off the tree. Get off the tree. Get off the tree. Now, get off the tree. Of course, I would pick that one, right? Instead of that one. That's the one I wanted, was over there. Yep, I was too busy looking around, trying to explain the scenic route and how much I like the scenic route because of the, well, scenic views. And then, you know, yeah. Let's see here. They did, yep, yep, nope, yep, there we go. I've had people say something about getting a steering wheel. Steering wheel probably wouldn't have done me a bit of good in that spot right there. Probably just one off the side. I really don't think that this truck was meant for this road. Just saying. I have a feeling that it just. I don't really thought they. I don't think they thought that you would be bringing something this big down this road. But then again, you know, I have brought logs down this road, so they probably weren't planning for that either. Silly people. Now these tires are supposedly really good. And I really don't understand. Like, the tires are supposed to be really good for mud. But then when we get to mud, it just goes, It's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway. I wonder if I could have put a... I actually like the controller. I haven't tried the wheel, but I do like the controller. I seem to have a little bit more, well, control with the controller. So, like that tree. There's a stump in here somewhere. Whoop, gotta go, nope, gotta go that way. And they seem to act like this thing takes forever to go from one side to the other. They don't. I've driven one of these before. They don't really take 10 forevers to turn. They're pretty good to drive, actually. A little bouncy, not gonna lie, a little bouncy. Don't you dare. Did I hit some trees or something? Is that why that side looks like it's all banged up? Yeah, banged up because of the tree. Oh, nope. Let's see. Let's drop into low. Now look, you're an articulated vehicle. You should be able to go across this. I mean, dangerous water level. What? Where's the air filter on this thing? I may have to see about getting a replacement air filter somewhere on this thing. Oh, that didn't, yeah, that worked well. Good thing I brought the service body, huh? All right. I've already flipped something trying to go around that way, so we're not doing that. I think I flipped my scout if I remember correctly. Okay. Let's see if I'm gonna get water damage trying to go across here. Yep, water damage to the truck. Water damage to the truck. What are you doing? What are you doing? There you go. Get up over there. Get. Nope, yep. There you go. Alright. You know, it's kind of silly of me. I wonder. I don't know. Let's see here. I'm going to see if we can give this a decent little spot to grab hold. Why did you go backwards? Bro, what are you doing? Let's see. We can connect to that. Let's put it there. Let's put that on. Let's turn that truck on. Okay. We're going to have to go backwards. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Okay. Now let's turn that loose. Wait, let's grab it again. Turn it off. Turn it off. Yes, that's what we want to do. Whoa. Where are we going? Because I do not want to fall off in there. So let's put that back on. And do that. Okay. Now, we're going to have to back across here. This should be fun. Yep, dangerous water level. Yep, got it. Sure. Okay, whatever makes you happy. Alright, let's go that way. That way. Keep swinging. Keep swinging. Keep swinging. There you go. Keep swinging. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. That's a girl. Come on. Get us the back up. Back up. Back us up. Back us up. Back us up. There you go. Keep going. Where are you going? It's fine. Okay. Well, this was fun. Oh, I've got the little beeper going off in the background. Cool. Mr. Hodge, yeah, I think it's one of the better ways to wash it, actually. I mean, if we really wanted to wash it, we'd put a higher air filter on it and just, run it through the water. But, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to park this over here, somewhat out of the way. And also give us a possible spot to do that. Then we're going to go back to the P16. Now that's up there where it's supposed to be. We're going to have to make some choices here. First, we're going to change this into morning. I'm going to put it in low. I'm going to see if we can make it go there. Come on. Fit around it. Fit around it. You can do this. I got faith in you, truck. We want to be able to try to get this, because this is going to be interesting. Because there is a drop off right there. I do not want it to drop into that hole down there. Okay, so we bring it this way. We should be able to go straight. Make sure. Should slide, yes. Now, I'm gonna have to swing out a bit. How deep is that spot right there? I wonder. Where we at? Where we at? Come on. That's it. Keep coming. Come on. Give me a grip. Up. Easy does it. Easy now. Easy. Easy. That's it. Right over the top of that. There you go. To lift. There you go. Come on, baby. Oh, that's right. We're on rocks. Jeez, this thing hates rocks. Okay. There you go, baby. That's what you're supposed to do. There you go. All right, let's get across here. Preferably without hitting the light, the flagpole. That would not work very well. All right, now we're gonna have to take this one a slight angle because we don't want to pull a dust bunny on this. So, I think with the weight on the back of this trailer, though, we shouldn't have to worry about that. Alright, so once we hit right about there, we'll make that turn. That should track it just about right. Aim it toward there, and we should be able to start making our turn right about, wait for it now, make the turn now, and then we'll get up to the rock, back up a little bit. That should make sure that we don't have to worry about putting it off into the water right there. Come on, baby, you can do it. It's a good girl. Good girl. You know, can I fit through there? Hang on a minute. I think I can fit through there. If not, I do have this big ass cat sitting over there. I could probably use to drag it out. Oh, that's stumps. Don't hit the stumps. Don't hit the stumps. You know what? I think we can. Nope. 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 Can we go backwards? We can? No. I was getting greedy for a shortcut. Alright, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. If we had all-wheel drive in this, we would be okie dokie. But we do not have all-wheel drive in this, so we're not okie dokie. But it's okay. Because we have that. And amazingly enough, that actually worked. I didn't know that it would, but it did. So, if you're feeling a little daredevilish, yeah, have a go. See how it works for you. Because like I say, the reason I wanted to try that, let me put that on real quick, is because of this. Once you come back from Drummond Island with that trailer, if you don't go this way, then you literally have to go this way, which is all this area here, here, across here, and then somehow manage to get it over here. So, you know, um, yep, I don't need a motor. It's fine. Just keep hitting that motor. It'll be fine. Yep, dangerous water level's fine. So yeah, if you want to give it a try, just note that you might want to get your aim a little bit better than mine so you don't get stuck, but it's a really, that first corner is a really tough one to do. So plan ahead, have your little rescue truck available, and you should be fine. Now, let's see if we can go get our truck unstuck from over here without hitting stumps. Yeah, there's stumps out here. I gotta be careful of stumps with this one. It does not, this does not like stumps. Let's see. I think we can fit right through here. And then like that. Oh, it didn't like that too much, but it's fine. It's fine. And then like that. And then let's see here. Maybe we could just drag it. What do you think, guys? I think we should just drag it. I think dragging it's probably the, yeah, I think it'll work. Come with me, boyo. Turn the truck on. All right, let's put it there and do that. No, didn't seem like that. Okay. We will go around over here. My poor grizzly Adams sitting there stuck on a hill. Terrible. I wonder if we can grab a hold of the back side of it. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Had to go and help Mom with something. She's getting ready to go to bed, or attempting to. So, but what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were trying to get this truck unstuck. Hmm. There we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now, what I might do is I might pull this over here out the way for a second. Stop that. Do a quick change to the vehicles. Um, Start the engine. Attach a winch. Let's see here. I'll go from there to there. Handbrake off. Let's back this up a little bit. Alright. Well, it helps if you undo the winch. Alright, let's see if we can get this around this way now without flipping it over. That would be the best thing to do, except that's in the way. Okay. Switch over to that truck. Okay. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. And we didn't even flip it over. How cool is that? That's nice. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's stop the engine, change the truck. Apparently it won't let us do it from that far away. Okay, and are we going to be able to do this? Boom. There we go. Stage completed. Again, if you look at the vehicle or the trailer I just brought over here, and you look at what's up there right now, none of it matches. It makes absolutely 0 sense. None. I didn't see any conveyor belts. I didn't see any, like, there's no piping in there, nothing. It's just weird. Oop, wrong one. But it's there. And we didn't have to go all over through here just to get there. So, fun. And I need metal beams. Where am I going to get metal beams? Apparently I'm going to get metal beams from that warehouse. And yes, there is no lazy boy. What happened there? Seriously. Hey, Mr. Ghosty, how you doing, sir? We just brought the drilling rig, something, something, over to the drilling site from Drummond Island. And we went this way across all the rocks and stuff and put that in there. Oh, there's a metal beam right there. So I need one metal beam from here, I guess. Although technically I could run over into Black River and grab a couple of metal beams from there to pull back to the drill site. But for now, we're going to recover this bad boy. Yay. We do have one space left. Excellent. So we're going to go back to this one. And we're going to recover that one back as well. So, what have we got left to do? We still got to get metal beams over here. Oh, we're going to have to pick. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so we can go over in here to Black River, get a couple. I actually will drag this one over here and put it on there. So I only need one metal beam. That's it. And then we can get the drilling rig from here and back over here through this little whatever you want to call it there. Although, I don't know, maybe we should look at going this way. I don't know. And I know this, like, I kind of messed around and tried to go along through here the other day and it didn't work out very well for me, so I don't know. But anyway, that's what we got left. A couple of metal beams and the drill to there. And then we can do this once we get that going. Oh, we got to deliver that to the log station. We got to deliver this to the old house. Boy, they just keep coming with stuff, don't they? We may go to Alaska. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me tonight, guys. I really, really appreciate it. This actually went a little bit longer than I expected it to. Sorry about the interruption there because I had to go and do a couple of things, straighten some stuff out. But yeah, we did manage to get things done, and our science experiment worked. We were able to bring that trailer from Drummond Island, roll it down through here, get it across those rocks, and put it in the drill site. So, you know what? Again, real life, just going to go ahead and tell you, might not want to try that at home. Unless you're prepared for a really big bill, like really big. You want to talk about tow bills? Talk to Mr. Stu. I'm sure he can give you an idea of how expensive that stuff would be. But yeah, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And we will look at the possibility of maybe doing something either tomorrow night or Sunday. Mr. Hodge, Mr. Ghosty, Mr. Andrew, all of you, really appreciate you guys being here to support us. Can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that. And you guys take care, and we will catch up with you next time. Thank you very much.